Welcome to Canada, the second largest country in the world and my home on native land. In 2021, my partner Michelle and I shared an idea for a post-retirement adventure with our friends Pam and Jeff, and a passion was born. We would ride our bicycles across this beautiful land. After dipping our back tires in the Pacific and our front tires in the Atlantic, we had ridden a quarter of a way around the world at our parallel and climbed the equivalent of 5 Everests, 10 kilometers higher than a jet flies, and halfway to space. We're sharing our story with you province by province that you might get a glimpse of this wonderful journey in this wonderful place and believe, as we do, that it's never too late to follow a dream. We hope you enjoy.
Our first real indication, other than a road sign, that Manitoba happened. Minary's and Cypress.
Yes, they gave us homemade granola bars.
We've ridden halfway across Canada and met our first true dickhead.
Did tell us that next time he would just run us over and kill us.
Yeah. So after the Facebook post went out to give us a place to stay,
Like, you know what, the phone just didn't stop ringing instantly.
kids have come out and given us a welcome. You can't beat the kind of kindness that happens when you just sort of say hello.
So yeah, we're just gonna wait this crap out for a bit.
Well, hey there, Winnipeg Bike Paths.
So excited. There's our 4 bikes.
We're on the second third of our trip.
Woohoo!
Woo! Day is almost over. I couldn't be happier.
And the road to America.
Manitoba. Bigger than Germany, France, or Spain, Canada's 8th largest province sits geographically in the middle of North America. Evidence of human habitation stretching back 10,000 years has been uncovered throughout the entirety of this province. First contact with Europeans occurred with those looking for the Northwest Passage in the early 17th century, and later with fur traders. Along with traditional Indigenous communities, the Métis, born of Indigenous French, English, and Scots origins, developed a distinct culture, language, and heritage in the area. A turbulent relationship with European colonial interests kept tensions high in the area, and it was not until 1982 before the Métis people were recognized as one of the 3 named First Peoples in the Constitution Act. To this day, they, and all Indigenous communities, continue to seek reparations and recognition for the lands and culture diminished by the past. Today, Manitoba's approximately 1.5 million people live mostly in the south. Their diverse economy finds the largest employer in various levels of government, but also covers a range of economic activity from agriculture to tourism, aerospace to manufacturing. Manitoba is a place where you can kayak with belugas and observe polar bears from afar. You can fish in Stupid Lake in the northeast, or you can choose from amongst 100,000 others. It is where the 911 system was born, and so was Neil Young and the Guess Who. Though Winnipeg is one of the 5 coldest cities in the world, it's also been the Slurpee capital of the planet for 22 years in a row. Our currency is minted here, and so is that of 60 other countries. Our route through Manitoba continued to stay off the Trans-Canada for the most part. As such, arriving in the province kind of crept up on us without much notice.
Big. We're nearly there.
Wow. 20K. We were cycling along and then...
The road sign changed to Highway 2 Manitoba, and we're like, wait!
Yep.
We're in Manitoba!
And I looked down at the Garmin and it added an hour on, and I thought, well,
Central Mountain Central Time, and so we lost an hour. Crossed a border we couldn't see.
We lost shoulders.
We lost shoulders at the side of the road here.
so we're generally effed up. But happy because the wind...
Happy! Woo! 4th province!
Yeah.
And the wind is howling at our backs.
At our backs. So Michelle is yelling at this and causing a stampede.
But they're joining us!
Well,
Come on, friends! Either that or the food's that way.
Here we are in the wood-fired deli. And Certus.
When what you were looking for was a nice cold beer at the end of a ride.
And some ride it was. We put in 170 and we're knackered. We did it. Our Cola de Souris, biggest day yet. It was great. So here we are, waking up to a cool morning, covered in mosquitoes, but looking forward to a nice coffee and apparently an amazing bakery. So, in case you're wondering just how many skitters were here, look at Michelle's fashion choice for this morning.
Look at Michelle's face this morning.
Minary and Souris. People have been talking about this all the way since southern Saskatchewan. Let's go take a look. So as stories go, we go into this great bakery and we come out with more than we expected.
Yes, they gave us home-free homemade granola bars.
Yeah, he just came out as soon as he figured out we were riding across Canada. He just said, take them on me.
Yeah. Good nutrition today, so.
Well, then we stop at the Antler and Oak Diner here to fill up some tires, drink our coffees, eat our fabulous fritter that we got at the last place. It is the size of, it's bigger than it's my face.
I know.
So hey,
Still warm.
Tim Hortons.
We're definitely not in the prairies anymore. The landscape has definitely changed. Yeah, sure, it's flat, but it feels more like southern Ontario. You get lots of this, some marsh area, irrigation, slightly rolling hills, but yeah, it's different. Can't really put a finger on it yet, but pretty. Wish we had better shoulders in the road, mind you, but oh well, it's what it is. And so is that. But all in all, it's still great to be doing this, even if the wind is in your face. Anyway, good stuff. After 92K, we wind up here in Cypress River, not Cypress, where I guess in 1985 there had their centennial. We're going to go in this little food mart here. Some lovely old buildings in the place. Rural town where our butts can get some rest.
All of this bumpy roading. We're going to have to really think about our next leg. Highway 2 here is just terrible. So here we are in our tent in Cypress River, looking out behind the community center, and we're bedded down for an early night.
It's cooking in here.
It's hot.
And the mosquitoes are starting to come out in force.
Yeah, Manitoba is starting to release the hounds. So our plan tomorrow is to get up at super early because there's going to be enormous amounts of wind by 9 o'clock, 30K in our face and 50K gusts, and that was the kind of wind that knocked us off in Weyburn, that made us rethink riding. So hopefully we can get some Ks in before any of that crap happens, and maybe it won't even happen. But that's the thinking.
4:45.
Well, it looks pretty, but God isn't even up yet. We're packing up our tent, 5 or something, trying to get out of here before the wind really kicks up around 9 a.m. So how's this getting up early shit working for you?
Actually, I think it was a good call.
I do too.
So we're already done 45 kilometers and it's only 9 a.m. in the morning.
Entering Prairie, Manitoba, and it's been a tough morning with wind and rain, but wow, between the sky and the green, it really is quite beautiful. Tell you what about Manitoba, it can deliver.
We've ridden halfway across Canada and met our first true dickhead. It was a line of cars, it's a busy highway and stuff like that, and again, Most people, they just wait and they go past, but oh boy, not Bocephus.
Yeah, he literally pushed us off the road. There's no shoulders, so we have no choice but to be on the road.
As you can see,
And thankfully we didn't fall over or fall off our bikes, but
we did give him a salute.
Yeah.
And
which is a mild reaction considering what he did.
Yeah, they killed us, yeah.
But he stopped his truck and came back at us. And
yep, just laid into us, wanting to see license and registration, spitting fire, stay off the effing road, blah, 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 this kind of stuff. It was unbelievable. He looked pretty unglued.
Yeah, and our principal hats came back on, and we tried to just kill him with kindness and information. And we wanted him to know that we wanted him to be as safe as we were. You know, what if his children were cycling the road?
Stay off the highway.
And,
anyway.
You know, and just to be kind, that's all we want. Like, we're not trying to hurt anybody, and, you know, our reaction of the finger was just because we felt our lives were threatened. Look at how he reacted to the fact that his life wasn't even threatened. He just got the finger.
Yeah, so it all ended well, and
he did tell us that next time he would just run us over and kill us.
Yeah.
But he walked away quietly, so we saw that as a successful ending, and there was no bloodshed, and we're still here to talk about it.
Exactly, but I hope I see him in the next town. I'm kidding, I do not. We are on probably the shittiest road outside of Burlington Street, Hamilton. They have slowed us down. Look at these, look at this. Look at that too. Look. Ah. Highway 2, if you are cycling, highly recommend finding another way. It is brutal. You're gonna break spokes, not even break a rim. This is an awful road. Anyway, enough of that. Here we are in Starbuck, Manitoba, after a 112K ride into the wind, and we're in front of Archie's Meats and Grocers, and as we rolled in here, there's a lot to talk about, but basically one of the guys that Jeff Reed had at Pam and Jeff's cottage saw us on the road on the way in.
Last week I was just in Palmer Rapids with Jeff Reed, and he was telling me about your bike ride, and I saw you coming down the road, and I thought, you know what, I bet you that's those guys.
Awesome, man. Thanks so much for stopping. Great moment.
He drove ahead to Starbucks, put in a word here to say to expect us because we're going to be needing some food. Well, then we show up, and not only are you going to meet Kathy shortly, who then put our picture out onto Facebook and to the whole town to say, can these people sleep in your backyard? And we found somebody, so let's go in and meet these folks.
And here's the wonderful Kathy, yes, that we couldn't do without.
Hi guys.
Hi. Kathy,
we're
we're
so glad we can help you.
Yeah, and you did, massively, putting that out on Facebook.
Yeah. Like, you know what, the phone just didn't stop ringing instantly, so that's
so
what small towns are like.
And that's why we stay off the Highway 1, because we get to stop in all these small towns and meet amazing
people who get it. And you're just an absolute angel, so thank you.
you.
All right, cheers, I appreciate it. Yeah.
No problem.
So here you go. Ever in Starbuck in Manitoba, you got to come here and meet Kathy. We found a place here with Rochelle, and her kids have come out and given us a welcome.
Right here. Hello, my new friends. Fun starts here. Thank you for coming. Enjoy my backyard from a family with one pet. Of 6 with one pet. It's awesome. From Lincoln, from Vivian. The yard is at the end of the line. Okay, looks like I gotta follow the end of the line here.
Just learn to ride a two-wheeler.
Oh boy, here's the line.
See that.
Wow, looks like we gotta follow the end of the line here. This is amazing.
Show us a little bit of two-wheeler.
And right through the back. That's awesome.
So behind me is the beautiful family, the home of the beautiful family we stayed with in the backyard. It was an amazing night, slept well, woke up to little egg cups they made for us, and some kindness as their kids came down to say goodbye and so on. Just can't beat it. So we say goodbye though to Starbuck, Manitoba, and these wonderful welcome signs as we make our way to Winnipeg today.
It got bad. And honestly, we've been in this kind of rain before, haven't we? But when there's no shoulders and the roads are slick and there's lots of tractor trailers, it's probably best to wait it out. Here we are! The heart of the continent! Winnipeg! Woo! Nice one. That's the grime that comes from messy stuff. That shoulder disappeared for about 3 kilometers, so we had to sprint it in the highway lanes, and we're just changing because we're roasting. But we made it in Winnipeg. Well, hey there, Winnipeg bike paths. God, we haven't seen ones this nice in Victoria. Well, we saw it from the highway, but there it is in the distance, Winnipeg. Nice bike path continuing. Good stuff, Winnipeg. It's quite pretty. I mean, to the left is the railway tracks, and like any big city, the arse end face of the railway tracks isn't as nice. This is great. Nice little bike path. A little bit of water, green. It's good. Winnipeg over there. It's good.
Gary,
Huh?
do you know that we finally made it to Winnipeg?
We made it to
The
Winnipeg!
Human Rights Museum you wanted to see forever?
I know. And there it is. We are so excited. There's our 4 bikes being awesome in Winnipeg. Gonna get a nice little photo of this one.
Tell us where.
So excited. Well, some people roll up to a hotel in a limousine. Visca on a bike.
Yeah.
Home for the next couple of days. Here in the Peg.
I'm asking for a run.
There you go.
Great.
I'll stop holding
As
on.
long as you get my good side.
I think we've got your good side, Tim, which has been all afternoon. Tim and the crew have been amazing.
Like we always get a lot of touring cyclists, but this year it's like the floodgates have opened. Oh, there's
too many.
so many.
So here we are, stocking up on our gear, stocking up on things to help my arse, help my body, and a new saddle. So, great bike shop here, Winnipeg. Woodcock Cycle Works. And the man himself, still 3rd in World Championships as an age grouper, Tim Woodcock himself, helping us out through the whole thing. Been fantastic. We're very lucky. We're all getting philosophical here on our day off. And everybody's saying stuff about today being Canada Day, which is wonderful and complicated, and it should be. Oh, I'm going to stop talking. Why? What does it mean to you?
I just think it's a fabulous day to take off, because one of the reasons we're going across this country is to really celebrate it and its people and its history and its land, the indigenous peoples who kept that land for us. So yeah, it's a perfect day to have off. Love it. Yeah.
I kind of like that we're kind of halfway through our journey, but also kind of in the center. And there's a number of different groups that have converged here today near the museum, and I'm kind of curious to see what that all means, because it feels new to me.
What they said.
Ibit. So, wonderfully said, Jeffrey, as always. And again, what better way to spend a very complicated day like Canada Day in that. Canada Day inside the Human Rights Museum. Awesome. I'm so excited.
I want you to remember our past.
So we got a steak with veggies, chimichurri, mayo, sauce, freshly made, nice pints. Tell me what you think. Wash it down. We're in Winnipeg at the Frauds and Baking. Nice.
Ah, there it is, the big bike sculpture, the Forks, Winnipeg Human Rights Museum, and here we go, leaving it. It's been a good couple of days. Nice rest day, Canada Day. We're all slowly leaving. It's noon. We're on the second third of our trip. Yeah. So we finished the Rockies, we finished the Prairies, and now we got to tackle America. Here we go. Second third. Can't wait. Well, we've hit a lot of milestones on this journey. When you hit the exact center of Canada. It's awesome. We're in the center of Canada. Woo!
From Holland, it's Rudy and his partner. But the white piece is what you've done.
And every red dot is where we clipped. And you see on the other side Canada.
I did. Now they're on the Canadian leg. And as you can see, they started in Halifax and now they're here with us in Winnipeg. Oh, up to Alaska and then back down to Mexico because they've already done South America. Hey Visca, this is next.
And I saw smoke, so I said, oh, it must be.
Here we are, about 100 kilometers southeast of Winnipeg. We're making our way to just by the border. We'll jump over the border tomorrow. But there's no question the landscape has definitely changed. You look ahead of me here, and it could easily be a road going to Caledonia. We're definitely out of the prairies and into some more of the Canadian Shield. When we think about leaving things behind, we've left the West behind now that we've crossed the center of North America. We've left the Rockies, we've left the Prairies, and now we're moving into the Shield and then the Appalachian region and all the rest of it. But two major land regions are behind us, which is quite amazing. And the one in front of us, very familiar. So this is our road today. Southern Manitoba.
Here we are in Woodridge, Manitoba, in a little store. And we're upstairs about to have lunch. And what you're seeing is like the tables. And we bought this meat and cheese and whatnot downstairs, and then we're gonna sit up here and have our lunch, which is really quite nice. It's just so random all the time. So we got a tomato, some buns, cheese, meat. You know, it's a nice little thing. We don't know carrots. We don't know where Jeff and Barry are. They're somewhere outside talking to the locals, I guess. But here we are.
We're on a road right now, the 210, looking to meet up with the 12, which has no shoulders. And cars won't even use this road. It's kind of a soft aggregate. Holy smokes, Manitoba. You know, a lot of people romanticize going across Canada by bike. And rightly so. It's amazing. But there are days where it's hot, the wind's in your face, the bugs swarm you, and you just want it to be done. Even just that day. This is one of those days. And I'm glad I got you at my back. Because even though it can be rotten, it's a little bit better when it's with someone that's amazing. Day is almost over. I couldn't be happier.
Would you mind if we check out the restaurant, motel, and grocery offerings?
As I was saying, sometimes it's a day that just sucks. Jeffrey nailed all of the pieces to try and alleviate some of those things. So
One of Dante's levels of hell.
No!
Yes!
This is hilarious.
No.
yes, it is a comedy.
No.
It's like a Monty Python thing at some point, and I'm sure.
Struck by petulance. These
Don't stop believing.
You meant
And along comes Journey with Don't Stop Believing.
And, well, we could at least never end.
All right, so here I am. We are gratefully drafting off Jeffrey. Woke up this morning to say, oh, light 10-degree winds coming from the east. They're not. They're a good 20, like yesterday. Rain starting to spit, and the road to America. And across the border today, and enter a whole new world. Looking forward actually to the experience. It should be great. Like all of them have been. But yeah, these winds have not been our friends here since leaving Winnipeg. We're coming up to the border here. Not what we're used to when we cross in Niagara. It looks like it's going to be a very simple affair, but who knows? But we are leaving our beloved Canada now and entering the US on July 4th. So, should be some fun. It's literally one lane to go across here.
But this is the Canadian part.
Wow, I already see better roads ahead. God bless America. I've never been to Minnesota. Until now.
First
So here we
time
are.
for all of us.
There you go. And the roads. Come on. There you go. Calling for a Cliff Bar. Jeffrey's so excited he's hungry. There we are. Minnesota. Standing in Superior.
We're getting
First time we've gone into a Great Lake since we've left the Pacific. Pretty awesome. Well done. And why? Because we brought our bikes here!
Incredible.